Here again with another Lucifer Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Lucifer, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for those of you that are wondering, this is the first time that I'm watching this show, so join me on the journey of discussing this show, and make sure you leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. This will be Lucifer Season 3, Episode 2. The title of this episode is called The One with the Baby Carrot. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start with Lucifer getting it on with someone, well, about to get it on with a female, but Lucifer's wings pops out instead of something else popping out. But she's into cosplay, and Lucifer has already had enough. He has no interest in all that and suggests that she leave. We have another session with Dr. Linda Martin, and Lucifer tells Dr. Martin the Sinner Man is the one that took Lucifer's devil face. Worst part is he stole his shtick, giving favors to people. Marcus Pierce hears Chloe and Lucifer talking about the Sinner Man, and Chloe wants evidence that the Sinner Man exists. Otherwise, she doesn't want to hear anything more about it. Crime scene time. Daniel is already there. J.D. Woodstock is dead. He was a unemployed comedian, and Chloe finds out Dan does improv. She didn't know because he doesn't tell a lot of people about it. Hey, Ella, how's it going? What did you find? Dan says as Ella Lopez arrives, and she says she thinks that J.D. Woodstock was tortured. Bobby Lowe stole the victim's ideas, possibly. He's like another comedian. Chloe's happy with that, or the lieutenant isn't there, but Marcus Pierce is there, watching them from afar with binoculars, and also has audio where he can hear what they're saying. I'm not exactly sure how that's the case, but I'm sure he has something rigged where he can hear what they're saying. And then Chloe and Lucifer are going to talk with Bobby Lowe, and Ella wants to go with. She's a big fan. She wants to collect as much stuff as possible. Amenadiel meets Linda Martin at the Lux. She tells him thank you for saving her life. She wouldn't be here without Amenadiel. How are you really doing, by the way? I'm fine, Linda Martin says. His powers haven't worked since that day where he kind of paused time, or I should say slowed down time to a really slow pace, like the opposite of the Flash of sorts. And Linda Martin wants to help Amenadiel with what he's doing. She's shown Lucifer's wings. That's what Amenadiel showed her. And then Dan goes to see Lieutenant Marcus Pierce late at night. He says he's not a bad guy and not a dirty cop. And Pierce wants Dan to give him all the intel he has on Lucifer Morningstar. Biggest cock I've ever seen as a cock prop passes by Lucifer on the set, or the studio where Bobby is. That was a funny line. Bobby Lowe. It's really Bobby Lowe, Ella Lopez says. So Ella Lopez is obviously an obsessed fan of this guy, but I don't really see why. He doesn't want to talk right now, as he has a show to do, so he kind of blows Lucifer off and Chloe off, but he invites them to a show, Ella Lopez says, so she's happy about that. Lucifer goes on the set of Bobby's show, just randomly, and messes with the puppets, and one of the puppets has a gun in it, and Lucifer shoots Bobby because of this, by accident, but he'll be okay. Now I'm forgetting where he shot him at. I'm guessing the shoulder area, but I can't quite remember. I didn't put that in my notes. That's not good. Lucifer asks Bobby what more could he desire, and he says his role with the puppets is a nightmare. JD was telling the truth. He stole his act. This really upsets Ella Lopez. he hid the gun there because he was getting death threats, and he was getting anonymous emails that were threatening him as well. Amenadiel tells Linda Martin he doesn't doubt his father has a plan. Chloe says the show used to be much edgier, and a man with a micro penis. Marcus Pierce is at the Lux. He says he figured out who you are to Lucifer. He says Lucifer is impulsive and short-fused. He calls Lucifer an idiot. Ooh. Marcus Pierce, you don't know who you're messing with here. And Marcus Pierce has the Sinnerman, or says the Sinnerman is not a myth. He says the Sinnerman killed someone close to him in Chicago. Amenadiel and Linda throw out the angel wings, and Amenadiel lights them on fire. Amenadiel says everything Lucifer does seems designed to hurt him. He figures out his test is Lucifer. Linda calls Amenadiel Amen. That's her nickname for him, and he obviously doesn't really like it. Dan says the emails have been tracked back to the comedy club, and Dan's going to do open mic night. Oh boy. Lucifer, of course, interrupts because Dan is boring, and Chloe tells Lucifer to keep going, and Lucifer throws tomatoes at Dan the douche, but he doesn't really call him a douche anymore, at least at the moment. Hopefully that returns, because that was always funny. And Chloe and Lucifer question the guy who talks to them about the micropenis. So somebody came by and said, hey, I really like what you said about there. And he says, or he leads them to Sheila, who was Bobby, his opening act. That's who was doing this. And Chloe finds Bobby down when she gets to the studio or set. And Lucifer confronts Sheila. I think it's Sheila, or was it Shyla? I'm pretty sure it's Sheila. And I just put Shyla in one of my notes here. Sheila and Shyla here. But nonetheless, Chloe creates a diversion to distract Sheila. Lucifer punches Sheila. Excellent work, detective. Pierce says he did some digging, and the Sinnerman is here in LA. Shut your damn mouth about the Sinnerman. We need to keep this between me and you, Pierce says to Lucifer. Lucifer questions somebody that says, who the hell is the Sinnerman? Again, he doesn't know anything, I swear, or I don't know anything, he says, I swear. Dr. Martin wants to talk to Lucifer about the wings. Lucifer tells Dr. Martin we all have itchy butts, just kind of a random thing that Sheila had said. And Lucifer used to do favors, and he says it's about time he got back into that game. And the episode ends with Lucifer saying hello to someone and asking what it is that you truly desire. So, I don't know, for some reason this episode of Lucifer just didn't click with me. I know there was some funny moments, but I don't know. I'm going to give it a 7.0 out of 10. My characters of the episode, I'm going to give it to Lucifer, and I'm going to give it to Dr. Linda Martin. And yeah, I guess it wasn't as memorable, but maybe things will change. Other episodes could improve this episode. So those are my thoughts, although I didn't really go into any details about what I think after I was done talking about all the events that happened in the episode. But, of course, I want to know what you think. So if you are a fan of Lucifer and you want to help out with the YouTube algorithm, please be sure that you Hulk smash the like button. Actually, YouTube doesn't like the fact that my channel gets so many views, and the likes are like 5 to 11. And that's not on a lot of videos. I usually get around 5 to 6. So more likes, the better. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Please be sure to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Lucifer. What would you rate the episode? And whom would be your characters of the episode? If you want to do a male and female, that's fine. Or just one character in general, that's fine. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return as soon as I find out what it is that you desire.